Hello, fans. I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we are going to take a look at the Nanoxia FX12-1250. The 1250 stands for the maximum RPMs of this fan. And here it is. It's a really big, awkward plastic case that doesn't like to stay closed. It just, for a fan that's much smaller. But one of the interesting things about this fan, let's see. It has nano bearings, eco traction, waterproof, high quality PCB, extreme durability, optimized silent design, high end Macrolon fan. It comes with. Okay, so sounds interesting, right? Well, I have some bad news. I tried looking this fan up. I could not find anything in English on it. And I went to the Nanoxia USA website. It was not responding. I went to the Nanoxia global website, and there's almost nothing on it. There's no fans listed, no water coolers listed. So there's very little other than a couple of cases on there. So you might not be able to find this fan. Sorry about that. Now, it's got these nice lime green, I guess, maybe not lime green. Well, these nice fluorescent green blades, a 3-pin connector, sleeved cable, no cushions, and of course, the controller, which you're going to fit into a slot on the back of your computer, or you can have it sitting out so you could reach it more easily than if it's at the back of the computer. But it gives you direct control over the fan's speed, whereas otherwise you'd have to go into the software or the BIOS to change that. So that's even if you don't like this fan, if you can get a hold of one for cheap, I mean, potentially this could be worth having because it's a very basic potentiometer for changing the fan speed. So let's investigate this, shall we? I've already got the controller hooked up, so I'm just going to plug in the fan to that. And it has a Y connector, so one part of the Y goes to the source power, which could be from the power supply or from a header. And the other side goes to your fan. And then I'm going to turn on my power. I've got it set to minimum power right now on the controller. And it is fairly quiet. There's a low-pitched noise, but not inaudible by any stretch of the imagination. I think I caught a harmonic resonance there. Yeah, so that's all the noise there is to it. And as far as the static pressure, it is really low. So you could use it on a case, and that's it. And it's maybe like 0.5, 0.4 millimeters of water or static pressure. So it's not an impressive fan by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it looks kind of cool, and it comes with the controller, and it comes with the rubber pins, but it is not something special. Now, maybe in terms of the quality, the materials and stuff like that, maybe it is special. I don't know. I don't trust Bayer because them and Dow and some other companies like them have been responsible in Germany for some pretty bad chemical stuff. And they've been involved in the whole Forever Chemicals, PFAS chemicals debacle in which they hid for decades, for most of the time that they were producing stuff with PFASs in them, they hid from the public, from the government, that those things are almost not ever going to biodegrade, kind of like DDT and stuff. So really, really, really bad, especially because we don't know exactly how it's going to impact people's health, especially children's health. So, potentially, yeah, could be really bad. And worse than that, even, is the fact that, I guess I shouldn't be ranting about this. There are apparently over 1,000 different kinds of forever chemicals that are now being used in products across many, many industries and sectors. And it's just totally unsurprising to me, having been around so long and seeing just how susceptible people are to being greedy and making selfish decisions that have a massive impact on a large percentage of not just the population, but also of the entire planet, just for profits that are going to benefit them in their lifetime and other people in their lifetime. But ultimately, it's just going to screw everybody over, and the only people who will be able to afford to deal with it will be the people who screwed everybody else over for money, because they're the only ones who will be able to that'll have all the discretionary income necessary to pay the bills to combat the damage done by this. It's in the water, it's in the food, it's in your clothes, it's in everything. So it's pretty horrible. And personally, I think that everybody that was involved in that's still alive should be rounded up and given high levels of these toxic these forever chemicals, and see what happens. Let them suffer. Anyways, there are consequences of these PFASs. So now let's, before I rant any further on this, let's go ahead and take a look at the specs. Okay, the Nanoxia, which is the company that is involved in this as far as like making the design and stuff, is Zen Micro GmbH, or was Zen Micro GmbH. As far as the manufacturer in China, it was X Spice Technology Company Limited in Hong Kong. So I've never heard of that company. Maybe somebody else has. But it's the FX12-1250. It was a $10 fan when I got it. Hopefully you'll get it for a lot less than that. CEROHS and Underwriter Laboratory certifications, made in China, 120 by 25, 150,000 hours of life. So good quality here, good quality. And a 10-year warranty on top of that. 110 grams, 7 blades, 105 millimeters between the mounting holes, 1,250 RPMs, 47.39 CFMs or 80.52 CMHs of airflow, 1.53 millimeters of water of static pressure. And I'm going to say, no, that is not correct. It's too high. 17 decibels, 17 decibels? I guess. 51 centimeter long fan cable. No daisy chaining or sleeving. It has a 3-pin DC connector, and the bearings are nanotechnology bearings, or nano bearings from Nanoxia. 12 volts, 4 to 13 in voltage range, 1.2 watts, 0.1 amps. So it's very, very conservative on power usage. It has indicators for direction of rotation and flow, turns in a clockwise direction, comes with 4 fan bolts, and of course has the slot controller with the dial. And that is a two-way, as I said before, So there's one that goes to the power source, the other goes to your fan, and it's 93 centimeters total, including the two branches of the Y. Thank you to Grindler, aka Lawrence Abrams, who is the owner of Bleeping Computer, for consenting to allow me to put my results in text form on Bleeping Computer's forums, as well as linking to my videos. Please visit Bleeping Computer, support them, make use of them. They're a valuable resource that's been around for 20 years, and they deserve support. They have lots of resources. You can learn about cybersecurity from them. You can get help with malware on your computer. You can get help with all kinds of stuff. They have a range of volunteers who help people who come there for advice, and they're very knowledgeable people for the most part, and some of them are very, very, very helpful. Old Sod has been very helpful to me over the years that I have asked for input on things, and so thank you to Bleeping Computer. Thank you to the volunteers on Bleeping Computer. Also, thank you to my peers on other tech forums who are so kind as to provide me with input, suggestions, feedback, and so on. I really appreciate it, but my greatest thanks goes out to Bleeping Computer because you are my text home, I guess you could say. All right, thanks also to all my viewers and subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a great day.